Embracing Triple H approach, utilizing ticket drawing talent. 5 things AEW could learn from WWE Raw on Netflix. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. AEW's primary rival promotion, WWE, launched into a promising 2025 with the explosive premiere of their prestigious Monday night program, Raw, on Netflix. The event was broadcast on January 6 from the Intuit Dome in California. It featured appearances from top stars, including Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, and Rhea Ripley, as well as from veterans like The Rock and The Undertaker. Meanwhile, All Elite Wrestling is also kicking off an exciting TV year, bankrolled by a lucrative new media rights deal with Warner Bros. Discovery. While the Tony Khan-led promotion has had its fair share of struggles as it competes against the long-established dominance of the World Wrestling Entertainment in the wrestling industry, there are lessons AEW could learn from Raw's Netflix debut to strengthen its product. AEW should improve on its production quality. Over the past few years, WWE has almost perfected the presentation of its weekly shows, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. The Stamford-based company has invested a lot of effort and funds in elevating the production value of its product, including everything from video packages to backstage interactions, live in-ring promos, and pre-taped cinematic segments, not to mention matches and entrances. RIP AEW Rampage. While AEW can boast of producing some of the best in-ring output in the world right now, its programming routinely encounters broadcast-related issues such as audiovisual errors, commentary botches, arena lighting cues, and other problems. AEW could thus benefit from paying more attention to fine-tuning its production processes, aspiring to WWE's level in that regard. It should also continue developing its distinct brand style and elevating its quality. AEW should prioritize top draws over new signings and ex-WWE veterans. While AEW has a glut of talent, it can and does feature them weekly. Many argue that the company's roster suffers from oversaturation, with more names than it can consistently book. As a result, the company is struggling to properly define its upper card environment, which may be translating into stagnating viewership numbers and ticket sales. Over the past couple of years, WWE has focused on spotlighting talent that has succeeded at connecting with audiences and has proven marketable, including established names like Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, etc. All Elite Wrestling already has stars its fan base loves and who could grow said fan base, such as Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and more. The promotion must attract talent who can move business and attract more attention to its product instead of giving unnecessary television time to ex-WWE names and or recent signings. AEW needs to build high-stakes stories around its top title. Jon Moxley has kept his AEW World Championship inside a briefcase for several months. He continues to wage a vague war against the All Elite roster, and many fans still doubt what motivations drive his violent actions. Compare this reign, despite its momentous beginning, to that of undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, who has been featured prominently on the promotion's weekly programs, house shows, and PLEs, as has World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. The American Nightmare foiled his recent contender Kevin Owens' involvement in Roman Reigns' tribal combat with Solo Sikoa on Raw's Netflix premiere. This intervention was born out of the long-running story that ties the aforementioned wrestlers together, a story built around the coveted, undisputed WWE Championship. The episode also offered a glimpse at Gunther's dominant run with his own belt. Whatever angle AEW is trying to pursue with Jon Moxley and the Death Riders has arguably been unable to strike a meaningful chord with viewers. The word title picture has a lot of key players working in it currently. but the promotion needs to rehabilitate the belt and craft intriguing main event-grade storylines for television, with the championship at the heart of the conflict rather than an absent prop. AEW needs to improve at building high-level matches for television. Courtesy of its stacked roster, AEW is often able to present blockbuster matches on weekly television. However, criticism is regularly levied at the company for not adequately advertising and promoting such matches ahead of time and on live TV. For instance, All Elite Wrestling booked the Death Riders vs. Rated FTR for Dynamite Fight for the Fall in 2025, shortly after the babyface trio confronted the One True King at World's End 2024. Featuring top names and a Hall of Famer, should probably have been promoted for at least one more week, and hype should have been generated through promos, in-ring interactions, etc. before the bout. Compare this to the care and diligence with which WWE promoted CM Punk's bout with Seth Rollins on Raw's Netflix debut over the past few weeks, including their fiery war of words last Monday, or even Roman Reigns' battle with Solo Sikoa on the same show. A culmination of years of storytelling with the bloodline. All Elite Wrestling must up its game at similarly promoting important matches, primarily for television. Khan must adopt Triple Ace level of involvement and authoritarian methods for AEW events. Since the foundation of All Elite Wrestling 5 years ago, Tony Khan has consistently been criticized and detested for his creative decisions and management style. While clearly passionate about the sport, the 42-year-old executive's leadership skills as a boss have been questioned by many, including former All Elite talent CM Punk. Tony Khan has great potential, as evidenced by his success so far. However, his creative focus often seems to veer away from angles and personalities that are popular with the crowds and fans to showcase acts that do not necessarily elicit such responses. WWE creative head Triple H has discussed prioritizing audience investment in characters and stories while booking. Tony Khan could learn from the game's strategy of keeping his fingers on the pulse of his viewership when creating, promoting, and presenting a product that truly resonates with the fan base. To that end, the All Elite CEO should also streamline his creative process, maintaining healthy collaboration with wrestlers, while holding the audience's reception of his product above individual talents' wishes and or demands. AEW, All Elite Wrestling, has taken the world of professional wrestling by storm, establishing itself as a major player in the wrestling industry. While its growth has been impressive, there are many lessons that AEW can learn from WWE's experience, particularly the successes of WWE Raw. With the introduction of the Triple H era and the shift in WWE's approach to both talent management and content presentation, AEW has an opportunity to incorporate some of WWE's proven strategies to continue its ascent in the wrestling world. One of the most noteworthy elements of WWE Raw's evolution under Triple H's leadership is the focus on building a more engaging and consistent product, something AEW can benefit from as it grows its own brand. This article explores 5 key things AEW could learn from WWE Raw, specifically with regard to the Triple H approach and utilizing ticket-drawing talent. First, AEW could benefit greatly from improving its consistency in storytelling and booking. Under Triple H's influence, WWE Raw has experienced a noticeable shift in how long-term stories are developed and executed. Storylines now have more depth, and rivalries feel more meaningful, as they are given proper time to build and evolve. This creates a better emotional connection with the audience and leads to more compelling matches and moments. AEW, in its relatively shorter history, has produced some memorable moments, but has struggled with maintaining consistent, long-term storytelling. It is vital for AEW to establish its own version of what WWE Raw has done well, telling stories that progress over time with clearly defined arcs. AEW needs to find a balance between immediate payoff and long-term rewards, and ensuring that every episode is packed with substance. Developing more intricate storylines, where every segment adds to the overarching narrative, would not only elevate AEW's programming, but also keep fans invested week after week. Second, the concept of ticket-drawing talent is one that AEW could adopt from WWE Raw. Triple H has a talent-first philosophy that emphasizes the importance of showcasing both established stars and rising talent in a way that draws in a wider audience. He is known for recognizing which wrestlers can be the cornerstones of WWE's weekly shows, ensuring that their charisma and ability are maximized to attract viewership. AEW has a strong roster, but it is essential for the promotion to invest more in the development and elevation of talent who have the potential to become major draws. AEW could look at Triple H's emphasis on cultivating stars not just through in-ring ability, but through their presence, character development, and ability to captivate audiences. While AEW certainly has a number of popular and talented wrestlers, enhancing the promotion's focus on utilizing the best talent in such a way that they can become box office draws on a consistent basis would undoubtedly lead to greater success. AEW should focus on expanding the stories surrounding the talent, crafting narratives that make the audience care about these wrestlers beyond their in-ring performances. Third, AEW would benefit from WWE Raw's improved pacing and balancing of in-ring action with compelling non-wrestling segments. Under Triple H, WWE has placed a stronger emphasis on mixing wrestling matches with backstage segments, promos, and other non-wrestling moments that help to develop storylines and characters. AEW has often struggled with the pacing of its programming, sometimes dedicating too much time to in-ring competition or relying too heavily on certain types of content. By introducing more varied types of segments, AEW could find a better balance between in-ring action and character development, creating more well-rounded episodes. For example, WWE Raw has regularly featured promo-heavy segments that allow talent to engage with the audience and express their personality, which draws in both die-hard fans and casual viewers. AEW could benefit from placing greater emphasis on its talent's verbal skills and character building, making sure that there is a good mix of action, storytelling, and promo work that enriches the overall experience for fans. Fourth, another area where AEW could learn from WWE Raw is in how to manage its roster and create meaningful faction dynamics. Triple H's WWE has excelled in developing factions with clear roles and a distinct sense of purpose, making groups of wrestlers more than just a collection of talents. The inclusion of factions like the Judgment Day, the Bloodline, and Imperium has helped elevate both individual wrestlers and the factions as a whole. In AEW, there are a few factions such as the Elite, the Blackpool Combat Club, and the House of Black, but they are often either underdeveloped or lack a clear, consistent direction. AEW could consider refining its factions, not just as a means to showcase multiple wrestlers, but as a storytelling tool that drives the overall narrative. A faction's identity, both in ring and in terms of storyline, should be a focal point of AEW's weekly broadcasts, and these groups should be treated as important elements of the promotion's fabric. Having more well-established factions would not only add variety to AEW's programming, but also allow for more intricate storylines, giving talent a chance to shine while also participating in meaningful group dynamics. Fifth, AEW could consider WWE's approach to talent development and nurturing young stars for the future. Triple H has always placed a heavy emphasis on developmental systems, including NXT, where talent can grow and hone their skills before being thrust into the spotlight on the main roster. AEW has its own developmental program, AEW Dark and AEW Elevation, but the promotion could benefit from a more formalized and clear pathway for up-and-coming stars to transition into AEW's main roster. Creating more opportunities for talent to shine in these developmental shows, while also ensuring that their progression is followed closely, would give AEW the chance to not only elevate talent, but build new stars from the ground up. Nurturing younger wrestlers who have the potential to be future main eventers should be an integral part of AEW's long-term strategy. Moreover, by implementing a stronger developmental structure, AEW would more effectively position itself as a place for talent growth and opportunity, much like WWE did with NXT before Triple H took over. While AEW has carved out a unique space for itself in the world of professional wrestling, it can undoubtedly benefit from some of the strategies that have propelled WWE Raw under Triple H's leadership. AEW should focus on consistent and long-term storytelling that captivates audiences, just as WWE has done with its complex, evolving narratives. Additionally, placing a stronger emphasis on ticket-drawing talent, using factions effectively, and developing future stars through an enhanced developmental system are all tactics that could help AEW grow its brand in the competitive wrestling landscape. As AEW continues to evolve and refine its approach, it can draw inspiration from WWE's successes under Triple H, ensuring that its content remains fresh, dynamic, and engaging for fans. Ultimately, AEW's ability to blend in-ring action with compelling storytelling and talented performers will determine its future, and borrowing from WWE's winning formula might just be the key to taking AEW to the next level.